kam niko na visa, niko kwa simu na nasikia bashi meshika. Je, kuna madem, kuna maniga, maodine wamekuja kuchachisha. Ninajificha, sitaki bicha, kubabae, sitaki vita. Nashikisha na mavela mabichwa, na tukishikwa shoma bel Mona Lisa. Tutoke BND, twende BNB, niko DND, usijam. I will be RB, I will be RB.
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya vile inafaa. Erobog na matin. Eyonaka. Erobog na matin. Abiro kikomando, kiritala jumi niko na mado, wenye vipindi na musonge kando, esima tu sama boso chopo, chololo, chololo. Nobody can party like we do. Wamoke girumba ko kwarawe blues, kinena kalingi kipani ya sim. Meditation yaka bed ni soya design bololo, anebo che bololo. So please no, okadwa jo machendo bololo, anebo che bololo. So please no, okadwa jo machendo Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya.
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelimbu. Maximus,
na matin.
Hey, and na.
Hold on,
yeah.
Hold on.
BNB, niko DND.
Mutoto ya Pamela.
I'll be right back. Tell him I'll be woo. Missing you.
Going in, stepping up. Life's been a crazy journey. I'm growing up. I've been going through some changes. Can't be too hard on myself. Everybody makes mistakes. Oh, the common sense changes. Living every day, I know people come and go. I am going through changes. A little bit of sun and storm. Seasons come and go. We all are going through changes. Oh, I think I see the light. This love never felt so right. Every time I'm not with you, I'm missing you. Every day, every night, your love shining so bright. 'Cause every time I'm not with you, missing you. My mind is a fortress, nikipotea, will you come find me? Sometimes in a content, nikikwama, will you stand by me? We all need a connection, so nikituma text, will you reply me? Oh, will you reply me? Oh, living every day, I know people come and go. I am going through changes, a little bit of sun next door. Seasons come and go. We all are going through changes. Oh, I think I see the light. This love never felt so right. Every time I'm not with you, I'm missing you. Every day, every night, your love shining so bright. 'Cause every time I'm not with you, I'm missing you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Oh,
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Power Morning Drive Show. My name is Wanyoike. That was Irosh with the song Maheni. Yes, and this is where you tune in and power up. Thank you so much. You're just in time for, a good, well, it's chilly, but we promise to keep you warm all the way, nice and easy, nice and cozy, till 10 in the a.m. As kawaida, you know where you can get us. The hashtag to use is hashtag Power Morning Drive. You can get us on all our socials. Please head out to especially our YouTube channel, search Power Radio and subscribe while you're at it, so that whenever we are live, you definitely will be the first to be in the know. You can also find us on our website, which is www.power254.org/Power Radio. Now, what to expect on today's show? Of course, we start off with looking at the situations on the roads of Nairobi, and then we will get into some of the news that has been making the rounds, and particularly still following on the biggest news that's been happening since Monday, which was the impeachment court ruling, the impeachment case of Rigathi Gachagua, who was the former deputy president. We are going to get right into that conversation just a bit in a moment. But then again, today we are going to be having a conversation about cohesion and integration, and we will be joined by the director of the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC, Mr. Killian Nyambu, and we are going to be having a deep conversation about what it means to create a society where we are cohesive, a society where we are making all the gains towards national unity, and especially in light of what a lot of divisive rhetoric that has been happening in the country now, with every looming big milestone like a general election, I think the conversation has to move towards more vigilance in terms of creating avenues to foster further national unity. So that conversation is going to be much later on our program this morning. But for now, let me look at the situations of our roads this morning and start off with the Thika Superhighway. Things looking very murky from the Garden City Mall as you make your way towards the Globe roundabout. Kumeshikana bumper to bumper. Kiambu Road not looking too bad. We just have a little bit of a snarl up as you make your way from the DCI area down towards the Muthaiga Square. I can also see that Ankole Grill is looking, not Ankole Grill, rather Peponi Road is looking very busy, especially as you make your way from the Ankole Grill down towards the Westgate Shopping Mall area. Same situation also along Lower Kabete Road from Zen Garden towards the Spring Valley Police Station. We also have Village Market area along Limuru Road looking very busy. It's bumper to bumper all the way towards Karura Forest. Let me see. Situation on Wanyoike Way. Nothing much to complain about. We just have a little bit of a snarl up as you make your way towards the Westlands area right there. Ngong Road, not looking too bad. We have pockets of traffic, but imeshikana hapo, especially as you make your way towards the Prestige Plaza area. James Gishuru Road, imeshikana bumper to bumper. You guys, especially as you make your way towards the Lavington Mall, things are looking very busy this morning. So be warned. Oloitoktok Road, nothing much to complain about. Ring Road, Kileleshwa, as you make your way towards Westlands, things are looking very hefty, both inbound and outbound, so be warned as well. Langata Road from the Wilson Airport area, as you make your way towards the Timol roundabout, things are absolute chaos this morning, which incidentally is the same situation on Mombasa Road from Imara Daima. Kumeshikana bumper to bumper as you make your way all the way towards the Bunyala Road, also spilling into the Haile Selassie Avenue. Jogoo Road also looking very busy as well. all that stretch towards from Embakasi towards the Cabanas bus stop, things are also looking quite ludicrous as well. But in case where you are, there are any incidents that you would like us to know, please let us know. The hashtag to use again is #Power Morning Drive. Let's jump into some music. We'll be right back with the day's news updates. Do keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
There is a fire burning inside me. Oh, in this fire, I think I know what it could be. For when I met you in June, on that lovely afternoon, I did not have a clue all the things you'd make me do. Now every time I see you, I wanna kiss you and hold you and dream about forever in your arms. Oh, I'm falling in love with you, and it feels so good to know that you feel it too. I'm falling in love with you, and it feels so good to know that you feel it too. And now I wanna sing this song to you. I wanna see the world now, baby. Oh, wangayale samika loka, yeah, imi odinda chakore. And I wanna sing this song to you. I wanna see the world now, baby. Wangayale samika loka, yeah, imi odinda chakore.
Iyengo siromara awinjo kaya motera mama paro biro nega kaneno jangware buonjo kodi rama pile ochuno koraweni nimejita mikutano niwe abebo kaochunya aworo mama herana mari mama opongo chunya amora chalo nyarombo kiranga tibuonjo kiwangi. And I'm falling in love with you, and it feels so good to know that you love me too. I'm falling in love with you, and it feels so good to know that you love me too.
And now I wanna sing this song to you. I wanna see the world now, baby. Oh, wangayale samika loka, yeah, imi odeda chakore. And I wanna sing this song to you. I wanna see the world now, baby. Wangayale samika loka, yeah, imi odeda chakore. Ilomba, usiepna, chunagobi. My heart feels at home when I'm with you. Ilomba, usiepna, chunagobi. My heart feels at home when I'm with you. Ilomba, usiepna, chunagobi. My heart feels at home when I'm with you. Ilomba, usiepna, chunagobi.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Mighty fingers.
Jazz.
I make mountains out of molehills, and it can be quite the scene. Think about how far I've come and my life looking greater than it's ever been. If I could eat my pie in the sky, it would be just my thing. Sipping on my champagne and my life looking greater than it's ever been. My life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? You must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. You must be an African. I don't know about my haters, but they should know about me. Keep me humble, oh God. My life looking greater than it's ever been. I overflow flavor. My pockets are full of greed. Even on my worst day, my life looking greater than it's ever been. Woo! My life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? You must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. You must be an African.
Jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you're jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you're jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you're jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back.
If you're jealous, don't hold me back. Jealous, don't hold me, no, no, no. If you're jealous, don't hold me back. I'm saying, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. I'm singing, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. I'm singing, please stop jealous me.
Jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
All right, welcome back. That is Africa's Sun by Tetu Shani, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive show with me and Wanyoike. And yeah, it is a chilly Wednesday morning from Nairobi. I would like to know where you're tuning in from. Please, if you can, let us know, and we will be glad. We will be glad to hear it from you. Now, the biggest story, let's just get right into our newspaper review this morning. And I can see that the Standard newspaper is indeed the story that has been happening and doing the rounds since Monday, following the High Court ruling of Gachagwa's impeachment, the former deputy president. And according to the Standard, the paper states absurdity. And so, in case you do not know, so let me just put you up to date to the impeachment story. So on Monday, there was a 9-hour jury that was conducted, about the case that has been ongoing since the unconstitutional, I would say that, unconstitutional impeachment of the former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. So the High Court met and, they did the following findings from that court ruling. One is that the public participation on Gashagua's impeachment was sufficient, right? Because, which, by the way, he was not even in court during the 9-hour jury. So we'll also talk about that. Then the Senate was not required to conduct its own public participation process, okay? There's nothing unconstitutional about the Senate standing orders. The Senate has the power to make its own rules. There was nothing wrong with the rushed gazettement of Kindiki as the deputy president. We also had the allegations of bias by speakers of the National Assembly and Senate were not proven. The appointment of Deputy President Kindiki Kithure did not require public participation and the same was valid. And so Gashagua's impeachment, in short, was upheld by the High Court. And then he was also awarded 50 million as compensation for violation of his right to fair to trial, which means that now he's not entitled to the retirement. What in essence it meant is that he's not necessarily going to be reinstated back to his position as a deputy president, which of course after that he has come out to say that, from the beginning of time, it's not that he went to court so that he could sort of reinstate himself back into the position of deputy president. Because I was listening into some conversations around this and they were saying that if at all the High Court rather annulled this court proceedings, we risk a chance of having two deputy presidents, and I don't know what that might look like, because there's many missing points in this entire, I think I would say, court ruling. But then of course his defending lawyers, of course, they came out with a statement after that and they said that they're going forward to the Court of Appeal, and they're going to appeal that because they did find that I think I was listening, one of the jurors was Njeri Maina, who is the women rep of Kirinyaga County, and she was saying that, to say the very least, that court ruling was as shambolic as the impeachment or the ouster itself. And further on, she went to say that she's very disappointed in the fact that the jury moved on to uphold the impeachment. And she said that, there's a continuous, disappointment with the justice system in this nation. And then, of course, later on, I was hearing a lot of conversations, whether online or with lawmakers, such as the Makueni Senator, Mr. Dan Maanzo, who was able to say that, there was definitely the interference of state interference in this case, because it raises a question, and many questions actually come up. So, because if at all the High Court did not uphold the impeachment of the former deputy Gachagua, then it meant that now he can be able to further continue with his political career as well. And the reason as to why Dan Maanzo, for example, on record in one of the TV stations interviews, was saying that the only way for Gachagua to have political clearance is if at all the Court of Appeal comes up with a completely different outcome. And they say that his annulment from his seat was deeply unconstitutional. And then we also have the conversation of the 50 million compensation in damages, right? I don't know. I of course, Kenyans are quick with it in terms of the humor response to this. I saw a lot of this could get somebody into lawsuits. I don't want to get into that, but something to do with measuring his wealth with the his late brother's wealth. And a lot of people were saying that 50 million is really not as generous because, I mean, what is it going to do? He already has amassed a lot of wealth, a great deal amount of wealth. But the more disturbing thing for me is that again we find ourselves at a crossroads where the systems that we have put in place that are supposed to supposedly be the ones that protecting the Kenyan people are the same ones that are very much rigged. We keep saying that the system is rigged, and until, for example, I mean, it already matters that a common mwananchi doesn't have access to justice in the way that they should be able to have it. But it becomes even more apparent that when people that have been through the corridors of power and the who's and the who's nots become sort of outcomes or symptoms of on the other side of this, the failure of our systems, then it becomes clear that there is so much more that we need to be having conversations about in terms of upholding what our systems should be. So so I mean it's incredible. It's incredible what some of these conversations will look like. And I'm very excited to be having the director of the NCIC is gonna be joining us shortly as we talk about the state of affairs in this country. And because systems is one of the ways that we can look at what's happening in the country, and the work that they are doing is very central to part of it is central to how we should develop a national rhetoric that is of unity. It would be very interesting to hear his response to that. So I'm pretty excited to have that conversation with him as well. Moving on the Daily Nation, again, they're still leading with the same conversation. And what does the ruling mean for him, his allies in the opposition? That story is on page 6 of the Daily Nation. So we will definitely have a conversation. Also this week, I'm looking to have a conversation with a person who is well versed in matters legislation, and what does that mean as well for the for Gachagua himself, but also for the political landscape of this country, especially as we make our way towards the general elections as well. So that's a conversation that we're going to have. Then on page 10 of the Daily Nation, there's a story about congestion, hunger, peer pressure, the troubles in our public schools. However, student unrest across the country has left schools counting losses, families mourning death, and education stakeholders warning of a deeper crisis. A story on page 10. And again, it's still the continuing conversation. Again, on Monday, the president was meeting the National Security Council to discuss the ongoing conversation, about how do we ensure that we are restoring calm back in our schools. And it would be interesting to hear what came out of that conversation. And as soon as it comes out, that we will definitely be the first ones to talk about as well. And quickly about the Business Daily, Vodacom Kenya deal on Safaricom CEO revealed. Ex-Can Group CEO fails to oust board with the small investors push. How retail banking propelled I&M past NCBA Bank on asset base. And finally, rising T-bill rates raise cost of borrowing for companies. And that leads us to the end of our conversation this morning in terms of what has been happening. But for now, let me just take a quick breather. When we come back, my guest is already in studio. I'll be speaking to none other than the director of the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC, Mr. Killian Nyambu. He's here with me, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the state of national unity, cohesion, political conversations, political communication, as well as the rhetoric that has been going around in the country in terms of ethnicity, tribal rhetoric, as well as how do we ensure, or rather, the work that the NCIC is doing to combat, whether it be ethnic contempt, as well as the political discourse that has been, in one way or the other, divisive in Kenya's politics. So do keep it Power Radio. I will see you in just a moment. Be right back after this.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
That's the thing is with you.
Purple silhouette, so I know you can't see me. How long before I'm wishing like a genie? What's the reasonable reason for your hiding? Till last night I heard you calling on your mama. I cannot even vouch for you, I cannot call on you. So if I don't love you, not taboo. If you don't love me too. So I erase my matching tattoo, cause I put it on for you. If you ever start to really win, if you ever find your queen, I hope she lets you down, 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 down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down. Man, I hope she lets you down, 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 down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down.
Have you never focused on another? Have you never focused, say brother? Have you ever noticed my hangover? You be driving me loco. Reason I believe in you, pronto. You are the one that was supposed to carry me go. But when I'm on the road, baby, that's why I cannot even vouch for you. I cannot call on you. And if I don't love you, not taboo. When you don't love me too. Now I erase my matching tattoo, cause I put it on for you. If you ever start to really win, if you ever find a game, and I hope he lets you down,
down, down, down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down. Man, I hope she lets you down, 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 down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down. Kwani, how many times I'm losing the fight? I've been ready to die, falling into you. Now winging out what turkey, kuni elimisha. When I wanna fall, I was into you. So now when you're gone and you're noticing, there was a diamond you didn't see. I've been shining my way out of your darkness. That's why I cannot even vouch for you. I cannot call on you. So if I don't love you, not taboo. If you don't love me too. So I erase my matching tattoos, cause I put them on for you. If you ever start to really win, if you ever find your queen, I hope she lets you down, 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 down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down. And I hope she lets you down, 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 down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down.
Oxygen mix.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Let me ignite every part of you. Spell it out, mama, tell me what you're feeling. Let my actions be what you're thinking.
Cause it tastes like sugar and spice and everything nice. Close your eyes, I'll make you realize you're winning in life, yeah. You're winning in life. You taste like sugar and spice and everything nice. Close your eyes, I'll make you realize you're winning in life, yeah. You're winning in life.
Call me a number one, baby, you can call me a Superman. Chochote utataka nitakupa ma. You're my girl.
Call me a number one, baby, you can call me a supergirl. Chochote unataka nitakupa, nitakupa. You're my man. I wanna climb to the top of the mountain, let you cruise on this endless sea. Open up the window promise to yourself. I want you to see what you do to me. Watch my spirit melt into your arms. Freeze this time so we'll never be apart, baby. I know you're comfortable under my skin, so don't let go. Hold me close, let the energy flow from my head to my toes. Like this bliss, let's get lit. Wake back up, then we do it again, baby.
Call me a number one, baby, you can call me a superman. You're my girl.
Call me a number one, baby, you can call me a supergirl. Chochote unataka nitakupa, nitakupa. You're my man.
Somebody call for my girl, call for my cure, call for my lover. Cause when the sunlight's at west side, you're always gonna be my number one.
Somebody call for my man, call for me cure, call for my lover. Cause when the sunlight is at west side, you're always gonna be my number one. Tell me how you want it, daddy. Tell me how you want it, papi. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy.
Tell me how you want it, mommy. Tell me how you want it, mommy. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy.
Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
It's your girl SDL. You know how we do. We make it sticky like glue. Michelle, sing it.
Heshima kwa huyu dada, jamani ametoka far. Tunawakilisha, yeah, we're taking it back, just taking it back. From this beat we on fire. SDL Michelle, tunawakilisha, yeah, we're taking it back, just taking it back.
Yo, I'm on my way back home. Already packed my bags, can't wait to get home. Clear everything else away. Don't wanna do nothing else but walk my way. I'm going back to Kenya, back to the fine weather, back to grandma. Ain't nothing else I'd rather sit on the porch and drink grandma's porridge. Talk to my elder, listen while they speak knowledge. Next morning be on my way to Nairobi, do another song, bait. Now they all know me. And magazines can write all kinds of bullshit, but let me tell you this, SDL will always do this. Lift your hands, swing them around like $1,000,000. Make sure everybody here know what's up. It's been a while now, finally I'm coming home with a perfect beat. Go ahead and shake it off.
Heshima kwa huyu dada, jamani ametoka far. Tunawakilisha, yeah, we're taking it back, just taking it back. From this beat we on fire. SDL Michelle, tunawakilisha, yeah, we're taking it back, just taking it back.
I've been around, seen a few things, learned a couple new things, been through good and bad things, learned about how things go. When you got a big dream, can't let go. I'm holding with a good grip. I rap to get close to everything I'm chasing. Do all there is, history I'm making. Some call it good work, some call it time wasting. Some wish me good luck, but some will love to see me fade. But on my way back home, I don't wanna stress. I just wanna lay down, watch the sunset. Hang around with my cousins, we be chilling, man. Turn the volume up on this, we be cruising, man. SDL, baby, knew this time would come, that I would take this back to where I'm from. Throw your fist in the air if you feel this. People here show love, cause this the place.
Heshima kwa huyu dada, jamani ametoka far. Tunawakilisha, yeah, we're taking it back, just taking it back. From this beat we on fire. SDL Michelle, tunawakilisha, yeah, we're taking it back, just taking it back. Unahisi ngoma
From the shacks to the city, let me see you if you really with it.
Unahisi ngoma
No matter young or grown, get your groove on, go and get with it.
from sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That is STL. Jamani ametoka far, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. My name is Wanyoike, and you're just in time for our conversation this morning. I am joined by the director at the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC ukipenda, Mr. Killian Nyambu, who I'm going to let introduce himself in just a moment. But I want us to listen into a video to sort of lay the premise of our conversation. According to what the NCIC was giving politicians just in a couple of, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and then we will get into our conversation. Let's listen in first.
Jeff Kirui KTN.
Meanwhile, the National Cohesion and Integration Commission has strongly condemned the use of hate speech by politicians, saying it undermines national cohesion, democratic governance, as well as national stability. Speaking during a media briefing in Nairobi, the Commission's chairperson, Kefa Omai, said that all forms of hate speech, including ethnic contempt, political incitement, and violent rhetoric, irrespective of the political affiliation, social standing, or public profile of those responsible, and that the Commission will not be deterred by ranks, prominence, or political affiliation when discharging its mandate. Listen in.
The Commission appeals to the memory and conscience of every Kenyan. The peace of this nation is not given. It is built day by day through deliberate choices made by leaders and citizens alike. As the country navigates its current political terrain, the Commission calls for a decisive return to issues-based politics and not personality politics. Citizens deserve political discourse anchored in policy, governance, and the public good, not ethnicity, hatred, or fear. We call upon political parties to enforce internal discipline and ensure that their officials, candidates, and supporters adhere to constitutional and legal standards of conduct in all political activities and communications. Parties bear direct institutional responsibility for the conduct of their members.
Right. So that's a conversation. That's the premise of our discussion this morning. It's very good to have you, Mr. Killian Nyambu. Asante sana kwa making the time. Salimia our audience members, and then we can get into our conversation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anne.
Yes.
For this opportunity. Thanks for having me. To our listeners, my name is Killian Nyambu. I work for the National Cohesion Integration Commission. And it's always a pleasure when we get an opportunity to interact with listeners, with Kenyans in different parts of the country, and encourage each other, respond to some of their concern and questions. But of course, a good opportunity to let the people know that we have a country, we must keep safe, we must keep sound. Challenges will be there once in a while, but ultimately, our unity is our strength. And that's the message which I wanted first to rely to the listeners of this wonderful talk show.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. What a powerful, starting point there. And I want us to unpack, I've just had the NCIC was giving their what they would call clarion call to the political class in this nation. He talked about a return to issue-based politics and moving away from individual-based politics. We also had the issue of policy coming up. We also had the issue of ensuring that we are strengthening our institutions that would further foster the cohesion and unity of this nation.
Yes.
What moment are we currently in, and how do we get back to this? Because clearly we are at a political crossroads if I could call it that way.
Let me say that as a country, all is not lost. It is just that occasionally we are too much obsessed with politics. And of course, in our country, I remember once upon a time, the former CEO of Safaricom, Michael Joseph, once mentioned that Kenyans are people of peculiar character. And indeed, when it comes to politics, indeed, we are very peculiar. Our so much obsession within politics, but of course, it's what drives the agenda of the country. So we can't run away from it. The only concern which we normally have is that a serious obsession on the same. But however, looking at other fronts, and this is one of the things gives me hope. As citizens, we don't have much difference amongst ourselves. You'll see in a matatu, you don't care what is which political party or ethnic group the driver of the matatu comes from. You just trust that this is a driver. He has been accredited. He has been given the required licenses. And so I hope in. When you go to your school, you don't bother to ask the teacher who teaches my child, which ethnic community does he come from or which political orientation does he subscribe to? We don't, right? When you go to church and sit in your pew, or when you're in a mosque and you are there worshiping, you don't ask yourself, who is this neighbor of mine? So that gives you hope that in principle, Kenyans do not care where his or her neighbor subscribes, if it comes to matters to do with the ethnicity, matters to do with the political orientation. We don't care. Now, interestingly, those things normally start being hyped, particularly when we are nearing elections. Then that's the time we start being reminded that, hello, you are this community and we must support our own. Oh, hello, this is the time for our party to be in power, Yeah. And that's the time the divisive narratives are being planted amongst people. So let's say, yes, as Kenyans, people don't care about what people care is, am I able to be given my equal fair share of opportunity? Am I secure? Am I able to take my children to school? Am I able to feed my family? Those are the issues which really, really concern ordinary Kenyans. But until the time when they are reminded, when they are being called upon to support a particular formation, to support a particular grouping, that's the time those differences start emerging. But the good thing is they are not a kind of so deeply entrenched in such a way that now I cannot breathe because my neighbor is for a different formation. So that gives us hope. So now that we are approaching 2027, where general election is coming, definitely it's all acceptable that world over, politics by very nature is divisive, because people are campaigning to get certain seats, to get power, to be able to manage the country. But sadly, we don't have political hygiene in our country.
What is political hygiene?
Political hygiene is where you articulate on issues which you canvass based on your manifesto, your agenda of why you want to assume to become an MCA, why you want to assume to become a member of parliament, a women rep, a governor, a senator, or even the president. There are things which you want to do for the people. And as such, you canvass your agenda, your manifesto, the policies you want to bring on board to change people's life. But you see, that's what we call politics of hygiene, which is, as you've heard from the clip from the chair, which is issue-based. You tell people that, give me this opportunity to serve you in this capacity, and how I want to transform your life, how I want to change the country is in this manner, in this manner, in this manner. There, you are practicing politics of hygiene. But contrary to that, what we are witnessing, it is bashing each other, name calling. It's like even children can do better. Yeah. But sometimes we end up now retorting to our ethnic cocoon, to our class, and so on and so forth, which is a sad thing. But of course, the good thing, we appreciate that Kenyans have come of age. They are able to tell facts from fiction. They are able to tell lies from truth. The only courage sometimes they lack is to call off these people. Because it doesn't make sense that people are attending a funeral, which is supposed to be a solemn occasion, a somber mood. Yet, you see people still polting. But the sad thing sometimes, rather than people calling out such a people and tell them, no, this is not the right moment, but you find people cheering. But maybe sometimes it's because they've been paid, they've been given some 200 shillings, 100 shillings, 500 shillings to cheer up. But the majority of the people get so much annoyed with this kind of behavior, and probably they might not, I don't know whether it's out of fear or respect, they might not tell these people off, but you'll find some murmuring that this person is out of order. That tells you that as Kenyans, we are sensible people. We can be able to discern lies from the truth, or we can be able to discern facts from fiction, and so on and so forth. So that is our general situation as a country.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, you've brought up so many important issues there, and I would like us to go step by step, trying to uncover and also helping our audience members to understand deeply. So the issue of political hygiene.
Yes.
And I remember that even the president, there was a national rally that he was doing, and we saw a lot of name shaming. There was a lot of rhetoric that was very divisive. I wonder how much of this political rhetoric is by design, because I do know that it is leverage for the political class when we are divided. And how can Kenyans catch it, discern it, and decide to go the complete different route? Because again, we are the ones wanasemanga fahari wawili wakipigana nyasi ndio huumia. Yes.
True. Maybe we can say also Kenyans love comedy.
Yeah.
Because you see, when we get any leader for that matter, whether it's an MCA, is a senator, is an MP, and so on and so forth, and digresses from addressing the issues which affect either the country at large or the specific population to whom he's addressing him or herself to, we enjoy being entertained. But sadly, the kind of entertainment in the narratives which are being propagated by some of our, not all, but some of our political class is not worth their salt. Because we expect that in many of these forums, as I earlier indicated, people could be conversing about the issues. That we appreciate that as citizens of this particular either constituency, county, region, or this nation, we are aware that you have XYZ challenges. And to help us address those challenges, we think, or we have planned interventions EFGH. Those are kind of things where, and then people can be able to argue out that EFG is okay, but H, we are not okay with it. But see now, the challenge, and that's why I'm saying sometimes also our politics is full of comedy. I think, I don't know whether ni kulemewa na maisha, so that when we go there and we find a leader who now start castigating others, inakuwa kama nile, when you remember when we were in school, kidu ilikuwa inaitwa mchongoano. Wewe kichwa yako iko hivi, wewe masikio iko hivi, wewe inakadhalika. So we drift from the real issues into peripheral, pedestral issues, which probably will not contribute, because whether it's my height, whether it is, my weight, whether it doesn't add anything to the life of Kenyans. That's me. But so sometimes we try to evade tackling real issues, and because we must appear to be talking, then we find solace into now engaging in personalities, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is sometimes we enjoy, we cheer, we laugh, rather than telling people, I think we didn't come here for a session of Mchongwano, right? If there's a session of Mchongwano, no, let's go for these entertainment sessions, and then now you can be able now to entertain us. Here, we have come to hear the plans, the issues, the strategies, and the agendas which your leadership, whichever level of leadership you have, you can be able to address the really concerns of Kenyans, right? So time is ripe for us Kenyans to rise above these petty, pedestrian kind of issues being articulated and argued out in our political rallies.
Yeah.
Time has come for us to walk away and leave that political leader alone and tell that political leader that we are fed up with this kind of narratives. If you have nothing to say, just go home.
Yeah.
We can be able to do better things.
Yeah.
So that is the spirit we want to challenge we, the Kenyan people, to be such courageous and tell off people who veer from the ordinary acceptable norms of transacting issues which affect the citizen.
Right.
That is what we want now, us to mature to that level. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I've just realized I didn't even start by asking. There's somebody who might be wondering. So cohesion and integration,
Yes.
why should they go hand in hand so that we can foster national unity? So when you think about these ideas of cohesion, you know, national unity, we are talking about regulating political rhetoric. Yeah, how do they go in? Why should they go in hand?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, one fact which we must accept is that as a nation, as a country, as a people, God blessed us with diversity. That's the fact. We have diversity, of course, in terms of our climatic condition. Kenya is one of the most beautiful, unique country where you have a desert. Go to areas like Chalbi, you'll find a really desert. Go to places like in Malindi, you'll find a real desert. You might think that you're in Dubai, but you're still in Kenya. Again in Kenya, there's a place you'll find savanna grasslands. Go to areas like Tsavo, some parts of Ukambani. This is the same place where you'll get places which are as cold as in Europe and Greenland. Go to Limuru and such places. You know, that is the climatic diversity. Equally, we have got diversity in terms of flora and fauna, the wonderful wildlife we have. Imagine Kenya being one of the 7 modern wonders of the world. The wild beast migration in Masai Mara.
Yeah.
Go, you'll get wonderful sceneries in Tsavo and other national parks. That's a plus. But even you come to citizens again, very diverse. Rich in terms of our ethnicity with beautiful traditions, right? You enjoy when you go and dance the Sengenya dance among the Mijikenda. When you come and dance the Muomboko among the Kikuyus. Go and dance the Nyatiti among the Luos and so many others. Even you look at the different traits and prowess our different ethnic community have, right? Talk about entrepreneurship and business acumen. We have our colleagues, our brothers and sisters from Central, right?
Yeah.
They will come today, start with selling some charcoal, graduate into a kiosk, supermarket, and such a mega businesses. Our brothers from the Somali community, they will still, you'll find them everywhere doing very serious business. Our brothers from the Kisi and so on and so forth. That's the business acumen which we need to celebrate. That's the positive diversity. Same, if you come to sports, if you want giants in soccer and rugby, you go to our brothers the Luos, our brothers the Luyas. Great talent. Come to athletics, the same. Our brothers from Rift Valley, winning for us so many medals. and putting our flag high all over the globe. That's the diversity. But now, unfortunately, we tend to look at half empty glass than half full. Many times when we have engagement with Kenyans, ask them, what do you like about this country? You'll find people struggling to tell you the good thing about Kenya. But rephrase that question, what don't you like about Kenya? Hey, you will get almost 101 hands of what they don't like. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong pinpointing issues which are not right. No. We need to be balanced. But in that nature of being balanced, we need also to be looking at the good of our country as well as the challenges and impediments which affect our country. Now let me come back to your question about nationhood, unity, cohesion.
Yeah.
Remember, out of that diversity, as Kenyans, we are supposed to complement each other. Let me give you a practical example. And I want to take you back to the most unfortunate event of 2007-08, post-election violence. During that kind of 1 week period, we had some sections of our country who are producers of different products, more so agricultural products. Areas like in Central where they produce a lot of coffee, a lot of tea. Areas in Rift Valley like in Kericho, Nandi, producing a lot of milk and so on and so forth. The milk was going bad. Why? We have produced, we don't have market
Ready markets, yeah.
to sell these products.
Yeah.
You go to areas which also rely on supply from producing areas. A few areas, urban centers like in Nairobi here, because Nairobi we don't grow any cabbages, we don't grow any vegetables. We consume. That time you could see a product like cabbage and tomatoes and such related vegetables. Their price went high because of the law of demand and supply. So ultimately, what am I driving at? Everybody suffered. Whether you're a producer, you will produce, but you will not sell. Whether you are a consumer, you have money, but you have got no products to buy. Why? Because there was no cohesion. There was no unity. We were divided. Then we could not ride on each other. That's a simple, practical example I can give you why cohesion is important.
Yeah.
Because when we have conflict, when we disagree, when we fight, we all suffer. You can't come to work because the people who own the matatus or the public transport system cannot feel safe. The suppliers cannot feel safe. The consumers cannot feel safe. So everybody suffers. So the reason why we are advocating is because of this interdependency of our diversity. So that you can benefit from what I have in excess, and I can also benefit from what you have in excess.
Yeah.
That's what now brings prosperity of a country.
Yeah.
Remember, through God's grace, God does not discriminate. In his wisdom, he accords every person certain talents, certain knowledge, certain acumen, certain, benefits and so on and so forth, which I might need. When I'm sick, I need a doctor, somebody who has been trained. But I'll not, and as I said in the beginning, I'll not go to say, I'll only go to somebody who is of my tribe or my ethnicity to treat me. No. You step into a hospital, whoever you find in front of you, by mere fact that he has been given that responsibility, it's because he's qualified. And so you don't care about which ethnicity he comes from, about which political party he's about. He treats you. You get treatment from him. The same when you take your children to school. That teacher, you don't care which ethnicity he comes from.
Yeah.
All you need is for your child to be taught.
Yeah.
So national cohesion is the foundation upon which people freely provide services, provide goods, irrespective of whom they are serving, whom they are providing the goods to, and so on and so forth. As long as you are able to buy, I'll give you the service, I'll give you the goods. As long as I am able to supply, you will still take what I have.
Yeah.
This can only happen in a peaceful, cohesive, united country.
Right.
And that's why now national cohesion integration becomes the firm foundation for any person in the country to strive. Yes.
How does the Commission respond to issues of decline in democracy? For example, we did see, I can even use the example of the High Court ruling on Monday against the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. You know, a lot of rhetoric and conversation surrounding that case was that we are seeing not really an unprecedented, but really precedented times where the justice system, for example, is sort of waffled and jumbled up altogether. And I wonder, when you think about these systemic issues, how does the NCIC then respond to systematic issues that obviously will affect the cohesion and the unity of this nation? And then secondly, I wonder even where does cohesion begin? Does it begin in the family setup? Is it something that we're supposed to be taught right from the homesteads that we come from? I understand that the NCIC is also doing some work in schools where you have set up cohesion clubs.
Amani clubs.
Yes. The Amani clubs, correct?
Yes,
Amani
yes.
clubs.
Absolutely.
I would really like to understand what has been the outcome of such models and approaches to foster and further sustain the conversation about cohesion on all fronts of society.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Allow me to respond to you. You have given a set of questions in a row, but let me respond in three ways. The first manner, of course, reflecting on the recent judgment on the case which was taken to the three High Court judge bench. That one, there are merits and demerits on it. And of course, as a commissioner or as an institutions, we will not push ourselves to discuss the merits and demerits of it all. Because of course, that we leave it to the lawyers. Because there are those ones who will say the judgment was sound, was okay. That is their perception and that is their interpretation. There are those ones who felt that the judgment was not fair, was not in tandem with the law. Again, we leave it again for them. But in it all, what we appreciate as an institution is appreciation of the rule of law. That rather than us saying let's go to the street, because we are either happy with this judgment or unhappy with this judgment, the mere fact that the litigants have agreed to proceed to the Court of Appeal to canvass on their case, that is something positive. It shows that we are a country of the rule of law. Because if we are supposed to be ruled by the rules of the jungle, probably the people who are unhappy with the ruling could have been saying, no, now we are going to the street. We are going now to burn tires, to protest this kind of a judgment. So, and for us, that's where we congratulate Kenyans. The different teams who are canvassing their case in court. That there are those ones who are satisfied, there are those ones who are dissatisfied. For those who are dissatisfied, they are saying, fine, there's another level. We will proceed to the Court of Appeal. And if we are not satisfied with the Court of Appeal, we'll proceed to the Supreme. That is something beautiful. That we can always disagree. But even if we disagree, there'll be no violence. I'll follow the law. That is something positive for us as Kenyans. But as I've already said, we will, as an institutions, we don't want to entangle ourselves with the merits and the merits of the judgment. That one, we leave it to the lawyers, let the lawyers canvass, and ultimately, either the Court of Appeal or the Supreme Court will pronounce itself. And whatever decision they'll give will be final and we'll adhere to it. That's first part of your question.
Yeah.
Then the second part to one of the issues you had asked about where does these matters of cohesion, integration, unity and peace start, I can say it first starts at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we are always told first, our first institution of socialization is the family. It is at home where many times we are very honest. You know, when we are in such a forums like when we go to church, when we are in forums like when we go to speak in the public or any of such a forums, we are very, very mechanical sometimes, at times. We are not honest with ourselves. But you see, at home, that's the first place where we are very honest. Because if I like Anne, when I see Anne on my screen, I'll say, hey, I like Anne. She's a good lady. If I don't like Anne, I find myself speaking my mind.
Yeah.
But you see, as we do speak our mind, children are watching. It's reminded me a long time ago, there used to be a cartoon which used to be called Monkey See,
Monkey Do.
Monkey Do. And that's exactly the nature of the children. Issues to do with habits, issues to do with mannerism, issues to do with behavior. The first place where they are being shaped is within our family. If it is corruption, we start training our children to corruption at school. Because if I have to send you and I must give you a sweet, I'm corrupting you. At that young age, you know, if I see you as my child engaging in deviant behavior, but I don't discipline you, I'm encouraging you to continue with the deviant behavior.
Yeah.
And sadly, we are living in a society of the kababa and the kamama. The kids misbehaves, baba nitakuchapa, baba, and it ends there. When you see a child misbehaving, you don't call that habit out of order. You just, ni mtoto, tuachana nae, ni mtoto. And of course, this is some of the things which we have had when as an institution we have organized the intergenerational dialogue between the young people and the old. You'll hear that the children of yesteryears are the adults of today. But in those yesteryears, we were being brought up in a manner which appreciated good behavior and abhorred misbehavior. And there was a collective response of saying, whether somebody is your child or not, if you engage in deviant behavior, you get punished over it. But of course, that was us in yesteryears, how we were brought up by our parents. Now, turn the table. Now we are the current parents. We have embraced and saying children rights, which is okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that our children have got rights. But of course, we are not teaching them responsibility. We're telling them, this is your right. But we're not telling them, this is your responsibility. You have got a responsibility to respect your elders. You have got a responsibility as you're canvassing your issues and articulating your concerns. You articulate them in a respectful manner so that we end up reasoning together for us to understand. But we have thrown that into the wind. Maybe the other generation Alpha, if God forbid, if we're not careful, they'll even be worse, right? So, in a nutshell, what am I driving it? It's a collective responsibility, starting from parents.
Yeah.
So we expect within our families to reward hard work and punish laziness. We expect virtues like honesty to start at home. We expect virtues like time management to start at home. Ways of dressing to start at home. Appreciating of diversity, sharing and caring for one another to start at home. So that now, as we start growing up, we have learned it at home. And that is the power of our families.
Yeah.
Now, coming to the third issues which you had asked
about
our integrations on Peace Club and what we call Amani Club.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best things which has ever happened in this country, courtesy of the National Cohesion Integration Commission in partnership with the Ministry of Education and Teacher Service Commission. Remember, after a child has graduated from the first institution of socialization, which is the family, the next institution is education.
Yeah.
And that's where our values, our mannerism are instilled.
Yeah.
Remember, from age 7, let's say age 6,
Yeah.
upward, that's the time when our children move out of our homes and proceed to our learning institutions, whether primary, secondary. Currently, we are saying the primary, junior secondary, senior secondary, before they transit to university.
Yeah.
How are we nurturing them? For the listeners who might be veterans, like a few of us, maybe Anne, you are still not a veteran. You can remember those days, for those of us who schooled during Moi's day, Moi's time. Yeah? You remember, in our schools, we had the values of patriotism instilled in us. In every morning parade, we had to sing national anthem. And even after that, remember, we used to have something called loyalty pledge. And ulikutana na loyalty pledge ukiwa shule?
No.
Oh, pole sana, ulipitwa na vitu vitamu sana. Yeah.
No,
we had to recite the loyalty pledge. And that instilled within us the sense of patriotism. It was almost a rule rather than exception for us to attend national celebration. And we could understand our country better. But these days, yeah, I have no problem with us being techno-savvy and being in social media, but we don't know about our country. Yesterday, I was engaging some other people and I was saying, we have managed to interact with citizens from other parts of the world. If you bring together a Nigerian, a Kenyan, a Tanzanian, a Ugandan, it's only Kenya who will speak negative of their country. The Nigerians, even with their problem, the Boko Haram and water view and corruption and so on and so forth, you'll never hear them saying, hey, in Nigeria, we are terrible people. No. They will protect their own country. The same if you talk to our brothers down south, Tanzania, even with their challenges, they'll tell you it's heaven and earth. But if you speak to Kenyans, the major thing which we will concentrate on is the negativity and the challenges of our country, as if we have nothing positive. Yet, there are so many positive things. Talk of innovation. Kenya is the only country which spearheaded the mobile money transfer. No other country in the world. That is something which is being copied elsewhere. Talk about our prowess as a nation in matters to do with social media. Chokoza Mukenya. You'll hear they used to be called is it Kenyans on Twitter, KOTs.
Yeah.
You'll see how they will come against you until you remember. At one time, I don't know whether it was Facebook or whichever had I think they had posted some disparaging remarks about Kenya. They had to apologize, right? That's a strength. We need to celebrate. Of course, I talked about the issues which I had mentioned earlier. So there's a lot of positivity. Actually, sometimes when we host outsiders who come to benchmark in Kenya, you'll hear what they are talking about Kenya. The resilience of the nation, of the people, the hardworking nature of Kenyans, the creativity and innovations which this country normally produces. But hardly do we celebrate that. We always focus on half empty glass than half full. So now back to Amani Club. Amani Club is a platform which helps our learners on two things. One, appreciate diversity. And two, resort to what we call peaceful ways of resolving conflict. Now, let me talk about the diversity in it. That through Amani Club, we are helping students to know that there's no problem for you to be born of a particular tribe A, tribe B, or tribe C. It's normal. It's just like today, I'm putting on a brown suit, brown coat. Tomorrow I'll put on a black. The other day I'll do a blue, and so on and so forth. We want to make our learners to start to understand that for you belonging to political party X or Y, and for me belonging to political party A or B, there's no problem. Just like the way when we go to church, you might belong to an SDA or Catholic or Anglican or Muslim or whichever. But we are still friends. When it comes to Sunday, I escort you, you proceed to where you're going. Just like the way you see in sports, we have got fans who are fanatic about Arsenal, fans who are fanatic about Man U, others about Manchester City, and many of English Premier League. They really, really support their teams. But
especially the Arsenal
absolutely.
They've been painting our streets red lately.
Yes, and you have not seen somebody going to beat an Arsenal fan because they were cheering about the team.
Yeah.
It is their right to celebrate. And it's the same thing we want to introduce to our learners. That there's nothing wrong for you to be born a Kikuyu, nothing wrong for you to be born a Taita, a Dasnach, for you to be born a Kuria from Migori, or a Duruma from Kwale. No problem. Yeah? But there's everything wrong for you to discriminate somebody because of his ethnicity.
Right.
So that learners keep on growing, appreciating that diversity.
Yeah.
That's the beauty number one. Number two, also, under Amani Club, we try to train our children that there's nothing wrong for us having differences in opinion. And from where you are seated, you can be seeing number 6. But where I am, I'm seeing it number 9.
Right.
But we don't need to fight because you're saying in 6 and I'm seeing number 9, then we need to fight because I have to force you to see it as number 9. No! That conflict is natural. We can always disagree. Right? In terms of principle.
Yeah.
Now, rather than me fight you, let me struggle to persuade you to see the 9, which you are not seeing where you are seated. I can bring you on my side and say, okay, fine. You are saying it was 6, and it's okay. I respect. But now when you come to my side, what are you saying? Then you can look at this and say, okay, yeah, from my end, now I see it looks like. That is how we are training. Of course, through the different. But the hallmark of Amani Club are the 5 guiding principles. Principle number 1 is inclusivity. We want our learners, as they grow up, to appreciate that we stand to gain when we are inclusive, when we bring different Kenyans to add their talent, their prowess into that. So students, while they are at school, they celebrate inclusivity in terms of ethnicity, inclusivity in terms of the religion, inclusivity in terms of class. That's the first principle, beautiful principles under Amani Club. The second principle is values. And you'll agree with me, currently one of the challenges we're having as a country, we don't uphold any values. Values are only left into the constitution. But do we live it? No. But we must help them understand. So the 8 values which are articulated under Amani Club include the values which we used to know Mzee Moi for, the peace, love, and unity. At least I hope you heard about that.
I have had a brush here and there.
Yes. But beside peace, love, and unity, which everybody knows, there are other 5 values which we make students to start realizing. 1, the value of respect. That by very nature of you being human being, I need to respect you. I might disagree, Anne, with what you're saying. But even if I disagree with you, I'll respect your views. I'll tell you, Anne, whatever you're saying, I don't agree with it, but you've got the right to say it.
Yes.
Because that's your opinion.
Yes.
That's respect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at a long time ago, maybe, Anne, you missed those good opportunities, but maybe you might have met them in primary. Whenever a teacher used to come, what do you used to do in primary?
We stood up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Waswahili wanasema heshima si nini? Si utumwa. So we must start going back to the basics and start teaching our children the value of respect. And the value of respect, as I said, even though I disagree with you, but I'll protect you to say your opinion, which I disagree with it.
Yeah.
So that you can converse. But if you convince me, well and fine. I'll agree with you. If you don't convince me, then I'll still maintain my position. That's respect. That's the value we have to attract. So that a child can be bold enough in class to tell the teacher, sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Because that's respect. Sorry, sir. But on this point, I beg to disagree. And these are my reasons. Right? And the teacher, if the teacher is pushing certain agenda, can also be able to convince and persuade the learner that this is why I am saying this is the right thing to do. Then in that manner, we can shift allegiance. I can stick to my position, or if you have persuaded me and I'm convinced, I'll agree now with your opinion. That's respect. That's the fourth value. The fifth value, which we try to instill within our learners, is patriotism. Because that's one of the biggest challenge under values which we as a nations, we lack. I've given you a practical example. In Kenya, we only become Kenyans when we go out of the country. If I meet you in US, in UK, or even here in Uganda or Tanzania, of course,
that wristband that you're wearing,
and you should buy one.
I should actually.
You know,
maybe by the end of this show, I would be patriotic enough.
Yes, because you have got no spare country. So we want to start urging our learners to appreciate that we have a beautiful country. That all over the world, each country have got their own issues. We can't say there's a country in the world which have got no issues. No, they have. If it's corruption, it's all over. It is just the magnitude which differs, right? So we want our learners to start appreciate that Kenya is our only mother country. We need to protect it. We need to call off or call out all those bad issues. We need to say them. Because patriotism does not mean supporting everything, even the wrong thing, because you're patriotic. No. A patriotic person will tell you, and here you're wrong. Please correct. You're denying somebody an opportunity. You're not reporting to work as required. You're being paid by the taxes which I'm paying, right? So you need to do ABC. That's a sense of patriotism. So we want our children to learn to be patriotic through different initiatives. That's a value. The other value is social justice, which we propagate, where I need to appreciate that if you are not comfortable, I should not also be comfortable. If there's no reason why I should be preparing some chapatis and pilaus, I cook in plenty, they get bad, I throw them out when my immediate neighbor is sleeping hungry. That's not social justice. When our brothers and sisters in Northeastern are suffering from drought, yet we have plenty in Nyandarua, we can't say, can we take these warus and help? When somebody has been involved in an accident and he lacks blood type O positive, social justice demands me to go and say, hey, I think I can donate 1 pint for free, not because you are paying me, all right? That is social justice. Equally, the other value we are training our learners is integrity. That I can behave in an acceptable manner, whether you are there to supervise me or not, because I know it is right and I know it is wrong. So you can see under Amani Club, there are a lot of values we are trying to ensure. But the beauty about it in Amani Club, people learn by doing. It is not being taken to class. You're told, what is love? Give 3 characteristics of love. That is, that's not how we train values. We train students to know those values by doing. That's the second thing. The third principle of Amani Club is excellency. Why are we talking about excellence? Is that the Almighty God granted us as human different talents and capabilities. We are always reminded, if you are judging a fish, the level of intelligence of a fish, by how fast it can climb a tree, you will always say it's a very stupid creature. Why? Because you're using different parameters to judge a different character. So it's the same thing which we are saying in our learners. I might not be gifted in maths, but I'm gifted in singing. Give me that opportunity to sing and sing so well. I might not be good in athletics. I can't run. But bring me to chess. Bring me to Scrabble. Bring me to any other thing. I'll beat you. So, can we encourage our learners that they appreciate that they are not the same? They are different. But even in their differences, they can still excel. That's the third principle of excellency. The fourth principle of Amani Club, which we drive so hard, is the principle of giving back to the community. And this one is done through volunteerism and community service. And today, if you're driving to office in your car, and then it gets stuck in a ditch, and you ask people to help push you out, the first thing they'll ask you, utachota ngapi? Before, if today you have got a sick person in the hospital and they are requiring blood, and you come and ask me, Killian, I have a sick father, I have a sick mother, I have got a sick brother or a sick relative. He just needs 2 pints of blood. Could you be kind enough? Me and I, we are not in the same blood type. You are either O positive or A negative or whichever blood group. Could you please donate? The first thing I'll ask you, utachota ngapi? That is what we want to kill. That we must monitorize every service, every assistance we give. We want to go back to those days where I feel so happy that I pushed Anne. I pushed Anne's car, which got stuck, and it helped Anne reach her office on time.
Yeah.
That's my joy.
Yeah.
Whether Anne gave me anything or nothing, but my joy is I did something good.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll see most of our Money Club members and children do a lot of community service, town cleaning. They visit home for the aged. They go to the prisons and engage with the prisoners, so on and so forth. So that we start understanding that it is really makes us feel good when we help one another. I want to give you a practical example. Last World Cup, of course, World Cup is starting this month in the US, Mexico, and the other country.
Yeah.
In the last World Cup, which was held in Qatar, I know you might not be a football fan.
I am not.
Yes. But in that World Cup, it is only the citizens of Japan who at the end of the game, whichever game, not their country, any game, when the rest of the people are moving out of the stadium, they could remain behind and collect litter, the empty bottles. Remember, this football was being held in Qatar. Qatar is not Japan.
Yeah.
But the Japanese who attended World Cup in Qatar could feel irritated to see people having taken their water. They throw the bottles out there.
We
they
need
could
them
collect.
here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that's what we are trying to do to our children. Now,
Instilling.
Yes. That when you are there and you see something wrong, you can be able to do. That's the principles of community service. The third, the fifth, the fifth principles and the last under Amani Club is the whole school approach. That if you want to have an all-round child, then integrate everybody who is involved in school affairs. Involve the parents. Involve the non-teaching staff. Involve other students as well. Involve the BOM and so on and so forth. I always make this example. One of the schools, which I'll not name now, which has a very vibrant Amani Club, when they were doing an out-of-school excursion, under the whole school approach, whom did they bring on board? The gateman. This gateman, at first he thought it's a joke because they were visiting another town. They told the watchman, now today we are just going to visit the town, do some few community service activities, and we want you to be part of it. The watchman at first was refusing. He said, no, me, my work is opening the gate.
Yeah.
Yes. Why are you there? But when he went, he learned so much. By the time he was coming back, he shed tears of joy. He said, I've been an employee in this school for the last 11 years. Not even once have I been given a privilege to accompany students in an outside trip.
Wow.
It was courtesy of money. Why? Because of the whole school approach. And that's why you'll see. Because and this is where we spoil our learners. Because you'll see, if it is a drama festival, like it normally happens during the month of April, holidays, it's only members of the drama who are allowed to go. No student outside that group. This coming August, we shall be having music festivals. It's only those who sing will be allowed to go. They'll not pick anything. But we want to change this. And how do we change it? By ensuring that whether you're a member of a choir or not, but we can pick you because you are part of the school community. At least when we are singing on stage, unaweza kutuchungia nguo zetu. Right?
Yeah.
If you're good in first aid and we are going to play soccer, can we pick you? So that when we are playing and when we get injured, you can always come and attend to us. That is the whole school approach. So you see, if schools can learn to practice all these 5 principles, we'll have beautiful citizens of the world, future Kenyans. And that's the beauty of Amani Club.
Yeah. I love that. So in one of your achievements came the Nakuru Peace Accord of 2012 and this was a way to, because of course we know the story of NCIC came into being after the post-election violence of 2007 and it got me thinking about leveraging indigenous methods and approaches towards fostering cohesion and unity. How do we scale up those traditional ways? Because in the case of the Nakuru Peace Accord, you brought elders, you know, hawa ni maybe the village elders, you know, watu wazee wa nyumba kumi, and they were able to meet with the leaders and the communities to bolster, you know, the cohesion within the Nakuru community. So I think it's a great approach, but how then do we ensure that we are scaling it up, that all the 47 counties across the nation, we are using and leveraging further this kind of models?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, in our peace building, conflict management and reconciliation framework, as a commission, we use what we call organic community initiatives. The case which you have pointed out, the one which happened in Nakuru, at one point in time, there was a serious issue in a place called Ndefo. Ndefo is funny because I've been there on a number of occasions. And this is where you'll see the really dangers of ethnic division.
And ethnic contempt.
Absolutely.
At that, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that area, there's a tarmac road which goes to that area. And from history, from what I hear, it was a settlement area after independence. So one side of it, the settlement pattern is very funny. One side of the road is occupied by our brothers, the Kikuyus. And on the other side of the road, it is occupied by our brothers, the Kalenjin. But at the height of post-election violence, these communities, because they were on different formation and different spaces,
political inclinations,
they could not interact completely. If I'm a Kikuyu, I have to wait for a matatu owned by a Kikuyu for me to board it.
Wow.
The same on the other side. And apparently, during that height, one of the conflicting things happened in a well, kisima, ya kuchota maji. You know, in the village, we use the boreholes, where you put a kamutungi and then you draw water. That's why the conflict broke. One lady went there, akachota, sasa akataka and remember there, it is first come, first served. You arrive at the well first, you draw water first. You arrive late, you draw water late. That's not, those are the natural rules.
Yeah.
Then in that manner, that's how the war broke out. Because I support my community, you support your community, we fight. So it starts with the women, then after women, it comes to their men and their children. And at the end of it, everybody is fighting everybody. So after that, now, there was a long period of non-interactions. I don't buy, even if I need sugar.
Yeah, I'd rather go 5 kilometers.
Yes, to my own, to buy 1 kilo of sugar, rather than just crossing the road where there's another kiosk there, and I buy and come back.
Oh, wow.
So that's how bad it was. But we discovered that, you know, if you want lasting peace is never imposed. You can't, because I cannot legislate and force myself to love you or to like you.
Yeah.
Neither can you be legislated and compelled to love me.
Right.
It happens organically and it happens naturally. So if you want also to solve this conflict, you have also to look at the organic mechanism. And that's how now the issue of the elders comes in. Because again, we are all Africans. And if you look at some of the principles and values we do, is that of respect. So we respect our elders in majority of the Kenyan community. That's how it happened. So it is these principles which we have used even when we were solving the Mount Elgon issue. You remember at one time there was serious issues on areas of Mount Elgon. We used again the organic methodology. It's the same thing when we go to our brothers in Northeastern, because for them, they have both the religious the imams and the sheikhs, as well as the clan elders. So whenever we have, and of course they've got a very interesting system and we respect it, what they call masla. That when there's a community and probably our community, in Northeastern, it's not about ethnicity, it's about clanism, right? They are all Somalis who happens to be Muslims. But of course, the serious divisive factor is clans. You'll find the Godia, Ajuran, Ahlian clan, and so on and so forth, which is a big issues to them. So when there are these issues, you don't just go there and start telling, using ADR. And the beauty about ADR, it looks for a win-win.
What is ADR in full?
Oh, alternative dispute resolution.
Got it.
Right? Where we practice more of mediation and such a thing. So that now, later on, unlike the conventional judicial system where we go, because when I take you to court, like even the current thing which you're talking, it talks about a win and a loser. I win the case, you lose. It's the facts which I present, and maybe it depends on the depth of my pocket. If I can hire the best lawyers, they can go and defend me. And even though you are the ones, you are on the right. But depending on how my lawyers will canvass my case in court, I might emerge victorious. I might become a victor. Yet you, the person whom I offended, you'll become the loser. And once the judgment has been pronounced, that's it. Unless you appeal, and if your appeal goes through, it's okay. If it doesn't, up to the Supreme, that's it. You lose. But the good beauty about the alternative dispute resolution mechanism, what I'm calling ADR, it looks both sides. That it fights for a win-win. That out of this case, out of this conflict, you don't go home feeling that you have lost everything. You'll say, I might have, it's give and take. I'll cede ABCD to gain EFGH. And so this is now the approach which the commission uses in areas of West Pokot, in areas of Turkana, areas of Samburu, Isiolo, Marsabit, Mandera, Wajir. All these areas, even currently, there are engagements which are going on in Tana River between the farmers and the herders, because there's serious conflict in those areas. But we don't go there and impose and tell them, you're the one who's wrong. No. People bring their issues, look, and then we say, okay, fine. Arise from this culturally, traditionally. How do we approach these issues? Then they say, okay, fine. If it is a challenge between the pastoralists among themselves, they can be able now to maybe establish grazing committees and say, when there's drought on your part, please don't just bring your cows in our grazing area. Send emissary and tell us, you know what, at our place, things are not good. And our cows are going to die. And because this is our property, could you give us a space where we graze, and in the intervening period, once it rains back to our place, we'll go back.
Right.
And they agree amicably that, okay, fine, this Kasab location, you can go and take your animals there. Right? And then when, again, drought comes on our end, we will also come to your space. And you'll do. So you can see, because people have got those structures, traditional structures, they agree, they know the grazing pattern and so on and so forth. You use the traditional means to solve the conflict. Same is happening in these areas where we have got pastoralists and farmers. Because for the pastoralists, for them, anything green, ni nyasi. Even if it's your maize, ni nyasi. Even if it's your beans, ni nyasi. So they'll drive their kettles there. And this will hurt the farmers, because the farmers, they depend on these crops. And that's why the conflicts are. You'll see now the farmers taking their pangas, they'll cut the cows and the camels and everything. But for the pastoralists, that's their property. So we must be able to bring them together. So that now, if it is the herders, they can accept it's true. I think there we did wrong. We ought not to have driven our animals to your crops. But now, our animals need to feed. So what do? They can negotiate. If it's because of the water, then if they have to take them to Tana River, and along Tana River, that's where the farmers are doing the agriculture, they are farming. They can say, fine, let's look for a win-win. One, we'll expand our routes towards the river, so that now you can drive your crops, your animals towards the river, and we can put some fences, whether it's bushes and whatever, thorns and whatever, to prevent these animals, and so on and so on. So those are the organic systems which, as a commission, we tend to use to help the communities in conflict, because conflict will always be there. Since time immemorial, it has been there. It is there. It will always be there. But what we discourage is the use of violence to resolve our conflict. So let's have conflict. Let's discuss about it. Let's look for a win-win situation and a mutual respect and appreciation of each other. So what happened to Nakuru is also what happens. The only challenge now we can say, which we suffer as a commission, is enforcement of those agreements, because they really, really rely on goodwill. You know, because remember, it is not like a court where we sentenced you a certain sentence and you must serve it. No, this is just a matter of persuading each other. So at times you'll find communities will agree. Then there'll be one mad character who'll just decide, this is just nonsense. And does his own stuff.
Especially when when issues to do with resource distribution comes in, you realize how political societies can become. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of our show. Can you believe that? We need to have you back. We need a part 2, because we've not even touched on issues of conflict and all those things. But I mean, it's a big year coming next year, 2027. The general elections are here. Very many conversations happening, you know, especially politically. What would your clarion call be to Kenyans to stay vigilant? Because it's easy. It's easy for us to think that we are united. It's easy for us to think that we are no longer in ethnic contempt. It's easy for us to think that we cannot fall prey to political division. But then you start seeing the rhetoric happening, and all of a sudden we forget and we throw everything that we know out of the window. So how can Kenyans stay vigilant within one another so that the work that NCIC has been doing so much in the communities does not get diminished within the remaining months as we lead usher into the general elections come 2027?
Thank you, Anne. 3 things for me are of critical importance. Issue number 1, ownership of the country. We must agree and accept that we have got no spare country apart from this one. Should we ban Kenya, then we'll end up being refugees. Like now, the way we are hosting the Sudanese, the way we are hosting the Congolese, and citizens, Burundians and citizens from others. It is us now who will be going to live in refugee camps in Tanzania, in Uganda, and other areas. So let's first accept that we have no spare country to go to. It's only Kenya. We love it. We don't love it. It is the only country we have. So because of that, let's protect it. That's issue number 1. Number 2, we must own that the issue of peace building, national cohesion and integration is a collective responsibility. NCIC will not come to you and coerce you to like her. We can't. But it is us as citizens to say that I don't need to be policed to be in peace. And that one we do first by understanding that I cannot come to work when there's chaos and conflict. I cannot go to my farm. I cannot go to my business or whichever place where I earn a living when there is conflict, there's war, there's fight. So once we acknowledge that I can criticize, I can speak freely, but you only criticize and speak freely when there's peace. That's why you can think about that. But so once we come to that realization, let it be a collective responsibility of all of us. So that even when you meet your neighbor and you find him spewing hate speech against another ethnic community, you say, you can disagree with me as Anne, but don't disagree with me because of my community. No. Just as Martin Luther king
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
let's judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And for the Kenyan perspective, not because of their ethnicity or political persuasions. If I want to subscribe to ODM, to UDA, to Wiper, to UDM, and whatever political formation, that's personal choice.
Yeah.
And let me give you space.
Yeah.
It abhors and it saddens us that we are, though this is the conversation we'll have in the next show,
Yes.
where we are subdividing the country into bedrooms. That, and this is my bedroom. You can't come and canvass for votes here.
Yeah.
It's my bedroom. No!
Yeah.
Kenya is everybody's bedroom.
Correct.
So it makes my heart bleed.
And even I like the kitchen better than a bedroom. So, bold of you to assume, this madness of clumping Kenyans into one
that is
thing.
very wrong.
Yeah.
So we must take a responsibility of telling people everybody has a right to come and canvass their issues. We'll listen. We'll
Right.
make decision. That's issue number 2. So everybody must take it. Issue number 3, let us also learn to trust our institution. One of the biggest problems we have as a country is our lack of trust in everything.
Yeah.
Ask people, what about IBC? Uchaguzi imeibiwa. Imagine we have not even voted, but somebody is already singing that election has already been stolen. How can it be stolen and it's not even there? Always, let's have that benefit of doubt, right? Let's learn to trust our institutions. Sometimes we are too untrusting. Ukiuliza IBC, kuna kitu na uliza EACC, kuna uliza NCC, it should be disbanded in fact in the first place. Uliza, the police, we don't trust. Now whom do you trust? The challenge is, majority of the Kenyans, they only trust witch doctors. Because if you go to a witch doctor and he tells you, bring a white hen, you'll take that white hen. Even though he'll not do anything else.
Witch doctors or pastors.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we must learn to at least start some little, and let's ask for facts, because we are too lazy to look for facts.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So we end up with misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation, which sometimes make us see things in the wrong way, not in the right way.
Yeah.
So let us start creating trust, benefit of doubt, of doubt to these institutions. And where you feel you have issues, please ask. Because from this conversation, maybe previously you are within those people say NCC is doing nothing, right? But you see, arising from such a conversation, you are able to know,
and
to
I'm
understand.
Curious now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That kumbe there are things which are happening which you did not know. And of course, for us as duty bearers, let us also respond to the citizens, right? If people have got the right to information, they have got the right to be told, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So let all these people, when they have privileges like coming to Pawa and many other media houses, let us go and tell the people what we do. Let us take their questions and respond to them. Let us not trivialize issues which the public are asking. No, we need to respond to the people's needs. So to me, those are the critical issues which we need to push as a country to mean one indivisible, united country.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Killian Nyambu. It has been the privilege of my time having a sit down with you, and please, we hope that we can do this again.
Invite us anytime.
We
we'll
will
be here, coming running.
Thank you so much. Wow, what a powerful, insightful morning and discussion that I've been having with the director at the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, Mr. Killian Nyambu there, with a clear message that it all begins with you. Yes, you, who is seated at home, listening, walking, maybe working, you're sitting and you're listening to this conversation, and you're wondering, does the work of cohesion and integration begin with me? Yes, it does. And if in case you've missed out on that conversation, please do not worry. Go back, search on our YouTube channel, Power Radio, and you will get the information there. And internalize what Mr. Killian has been spending his last hour or so, talking about, and take ownership of your country as he's rightfully put. And that leads us to the end of our conversation this morning. And of course, you can head out to the NCIC website to see more work and see how you can plug in in one way or the other to further foster cohesion and national unity in your big or small ways. I am going to leave you in the very safe and able hands of Miss Kimberly Sandra. She comes in at 11 with Shiva Sessions. Lakini nimefika mwisho, tuonane Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in and powering up. See you then.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
No disturbance. Leo ni lazima nile nyama, kisha nimalizie na shada. Nimeshajinyimanga sana, musef sana, fosu sana. You know forever I got my mama. Sitaki madeni ya madrama, natuma za mama na pesa za chama. Akiana ni maisha ya city, tunaishingi 50-50. Takaribishwa na mwizi ama wajanja na mafisi. Wasichana wa pretty, wananipa mwenye kiti. Wanaonanga niko fiti, hawezi nieka chini. Viva la vida, la vida, la vida. Alhamdulillah nimeiva, nimepiga luku nimeshiba. Dua langu leo limefika. Amina, amina. Alhamdulillah nimeiva, nimekula fiti nimeshiba. Dua langu leo limefika. Amina, amina. Amina, amina. Kamshandeka koset, nishalipa na rent. Leo nimeshinda bet, sasa wapi weekend. Kamfupa kakowet, kanataka nikapet. Nikavalishe pet, kisha pewe mashete. Va nekwangwete, nekwangwete. Unawasha moto sasa wacha nipepete. Nibebeshe, niichezeshe. Maisha raha washa kitu vitu chekeshe. Akiana ni maisha ya city, tunaishingi 50-50. Takaribishwa na mwizi ama wajanja na mafisi. Wakubwa wa maofisi wananita mwenye kiti. Wanaonanga niko fiti, hawezi nieka chini. Viva la vida, la vida, la vida. Alhamdulillah nimeiva, nimekula fiti nimeshiba. Dua langu leo limefika. Amina, amina. Alhamdulillah nimeiva, nimepiga luku nimeshiba. Dua langu leo limefika.